When I studied at school, I used to play chess. It was in the late 70s, early 80s of the past century. Our chess club made a practice of playing chess by correspondence. One made a first move, for example a school move e2, e4, put it down on a sheet of paper, and then sealed the envelope and sent the letter to the addressee. In a while, the letter of reply arrived, with the return move inside, thus the match game went on. The head of club had addresses of potential game partners. I played with my age mates from Soviet republics of Warsaw Pact and from France, Chile and the USA as well. In total I had played about few hundred match games by correspondence. Chess moves were not the only information we sent to each other. Routine things like "how are you?" or more specific information about lifestyle, nature, music taste and so on were mentioned. I should know that there were many of such match games in my life, but there was one of them that came into my memory today. It moved me to write this letter. Unfortunately, I don't remember the exact address or last name of Steven, the guy I had a quite sincere conversation with during our chess game by correspondence. This talk had printed into my memory then, but I remember that Steven was from Boston, Massachusetts. Our conversation then went on freedom and justice. I still hope that publication of this letter would help me to find Steven, send him a letter from the past with hope for the future. Let it be my last move in many years ago match game where we put freedom and justice on a chessboard along with the chess pieces. Hello, Steven. Hello, a citizen of the country that I dreamt to build up in my land, being a youth. The country that became the first love of mine. The country that does make people care, unites and separates the world. When Barack Obama, the 44th President of the United States, celebrated his 50th anniversary, America had faced the challenge, the default threat, and you Americans underwent this test. Obama then said, to overcome the crisis, we take each other by hands, black, white, Mexican and Asian people. The strength of your country, Steven, indeed was in unity. And it always was there, starting from the moment when your people defeated hatred and started its way to the top on the world leadership. It happened in 1865, when the civil war between North and South had started.
Hello, my name is Sergey. I want to ask a unique American freedom and justice.
Today, the USA faces a new challenge. It is a self-control and common sense test. Now, however, I doubt whether you guys are going to pass this test, since the present day America lacks its main strength, unity. Opinions of American people concerning the Syria conflict have separated. The same situation in other countries, the whole world has frozen. It is waiting for the conflict settlement. I agree with those who declaim against the military intervention into the sovereign country. I agree with those who understand that the world is on the brink of the World War III. And we are in the outright majority. But the matter is not in how numerous we are. We see that no unity among American people, despite the percentage of opinions concerning the Syria conflict, the world is in danger. One of the key symbols of USA is freedom. Freedom is the symbol of the USA.
Hello, my name is Maria and I am from Ukraine. I'm interested in asking you one question. Do you think America is absolutely independent country nowadays?
Now I'd like to tell you, Steven, what freedom meant for me. The guy that was brought in the country based on the principle of justice. Freedom that was a symbol and a spirit of your nation and that you shared with me many years ago. The principle of justice in the USSR was executed rather hard and for the sake of the minority could be robbed in order to make the life of majority easier. For the sake of justice in the USSR, the government decided what should the citizen of our country study, listen and even wear. So jeans, movies, music and books from the USA were a gulp of freedom for us, young people from the USSR. We, the Soviet school children, envied such guys like you, Steven. We studied from you. We were eager to be like you. We wished to be free. Now I know for sure that we had justice, but we didn't have freedom. Freedom that USA had. We didn't realize that justice and freedom could hardly be mixed. So we changed our justice for your freedom with the hope to get both. We betrayed the principle of justice since we gave heart to your freedom. It was the betrayal, really, the betrayal for the sake of freedom. We forgot about justice and lost the country we've been born in, but more than 20 years passed and no freedom appeared on the ruins, and justice disappeared too.
Hi, I'm Catherine. Will you tell us if you think that the USSR was a constrained but just state?
The USA, a country that could get copyrights of freedom notion, now loses freedom itself. But, you know, it doesn't cheer me up. How and when it happened that the USA started losing their basic principle, the principle of freedom, is not my business. Probably, your freedom has become the first prisoner of Guantanamo in 2002. And it might still be there with no trial, no records, despite the decree about the prison closure signed by Barack Obama in 2009. And probably your freedom was lost earlier at a big burned area amidst the Europe in 1999, when the military forces ignored the international law and the United Nations and launched an air bombing raid of the independent state of Yugoslavia that has been lasting for 78 days. That's not the point. The point is that the USA people exporting freedom to other countries did not notice the moment when they nearly ran out of it. And freedom exported by force did not bring welfare to either of the countries. Besides, such freedom export threatens the USA existence. Don't you see it, Steven? Building starts collapsing if its foundation is ruined. Your foundation is freedom. Foundation of my motherland was justice. I ask you, Steven, and your people to return to the basic principles that the USA founding fathers laid. Thomas Jefferson and other authors of the Declaration of Independence created a new type of the state administration that led to the birth of a really free nation. I'd like to see the USA happy again. I wish to fall in love with this country again. I want to follow your country, Steven, again, and I really wish that the USA people literally understood the credo of mine formulated by Abraham Lincoln at the dawn of USA formation as a superpower, like I do, and I hope like Lincoln did. As I would not be a slave, so I would not be a master. This expresses my idea of democracy.
Hello, my name is Igor. Do you think that Americans are limited of freedom?
Steven, I'd like that all borders in the world were eliminated and there were freedom and justice everywhere. The aim of my life is to restore justice, being free without breaking freedom of other people. I'd like you and me to continue our communication in this regard. I also hope that many people from the USA who read this letter will care on the future of our fragile peace in the world as I do. Hence, I invite everyone to the dialogue, since all of us are not only citizens of the countries, but also the citizens of the world. Sincerely yours, Vladislav Krivobokov, the Ukrainian citizen and a friend of the USA. My address is 91057 Korolova Street, 78, Lugansk, Ukraine. Or you can email me at krivobokov98@gmail.com or just visit my website www.krivobokov.com.ua.